Hello, everybody out there in Twitch land. My name's Daniel. Yes, we are live. Hopefully, everything should be working now. My name is Daniel. I am the producer slash level designer on the project, and today I'm going to be showing you what level blockout is, what I have to do on this project. I have with me Carly. Say hello, Carly. Yeah, we can. Do let me know if everyone can hear me okay. This is the first time I've ever really streamed, so I don't know if the quality is going to be alright, or if the mic is okay, or the webcam, or all that stuff is fine. So if everything's good, just let me know. And yeah, for the next 2 hours I'm going to be doing level blockout, so you can see what I do. But I do want to show you what I've done so far. What I've done so far has been not really shown that much, but I do want to show it off because this is my time, so I get to show it off now. So, oh, desktop volume up. Okay, let me see what I can do. Yeah, but let me see what I can do. Can it go plus decibels? It's at maximum from what I can see. It's a me. Yes, valet too. You always have to salt the fries. Oh, Callie's not audible. Okay. Right. Let me see if I can fix that. I'm not sure why you're not audible. We did have problems. Discord seemed to be not happy just as we were about to go live. So we had to kind of emergency do kind of botch things together, but yeah, I see the settings wheel, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, try saying something now. Nope, that didn't do it. Right, okay. Alright, let me see if I can quickly fix this. Try say something again? Nope. Try again. Okay, I'm not sure what the problem is, I'm afraid. Yes, the music was playing fine, but I don't understand why you're not coming through on the desktop. My OBS is capturing the desktop, the video capture device, webcam, and my mic. Yeah, this is annoying. Okay. Yes. It should be capturing the desktop as well, but you're not coming through on the desktop. And I'm not sure why.
Yeah, it sounds like I'm coming out of a desktop speaker. Like, it sounds like I'm coming from, like, somewhere else, not through the actual desktop.
Well, what I can do is I can turn you down on my headset. I could turn my volume up extremely loudly so you could be heard, but I'm not sure how that's going to... Okay. Well, if you can be heard, Carly, then a little bit, then we will sort this out. Sorry. This is the first time streaming, so things break. But there we go. So, yeah, I do want to crack on with things if that's okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna get started. Otherwise, we'd spend the next 2 hours fixing this. So, so I'm just going to show you very quickly what I have created. So far I've created, well, I've recreated 4 levels of Citadel Station. Just going to give you a quick rundown of what I've created. So this is what Blockout looks like. No fancy textures. No real detail to anything, just the basic outline. So this is the research labs, as you can probably tell by its shape. I leave notes everywhere so that the guys can read and see. I know a lot about the game, so I'm just leaving notes around to help the guys with their creation of assets. So that's the main central area of the research labs. Actually, it would be more impressive if I would just zoom out. So if I unlit this. This is the size of the research labs when viewed from the top. This took a long time. This was the first level I made, so it took, I'd say, about 2.5 weeks. Yeah. It will be 99.9% like the original game. We have to change some things around because in the original game there are very thin walls, like paper thin walls. We can't do that in the remake because of the way Unreal works, and static meshes are actually 3D. You know, System Shock has 2D wall textures and things like that, so we can't do that. So it will be 99.9% like the original. I definitely can say that. We might change some things. We might expand on some spaces somewhere. It's all still to be decided, but that's 99% is about right. Just quickly show you maintenance. Maintenance is fun when you look at it down from the top. But yeah, this is, again, this area is quite quick to do, but this was a lot of fun to do. If I quickly just, yeah. It can be, but I kind of prepared for it a little bit. So if I'm going around like this and I'm in lit mode, I color-coded things like that. That's the CPU node there. If I go along here, I can see that I made all the elevators yellow. I make radioactive areas green. I color the energy stations blue, because that's just the normal color I think of when I think of the energy stations. So it can be, but using color and notes, also labeling parts of the ship as well, that really does help. So if I were to unlit this and zoom out, oh, it doesn't look as impressive because I put a ceiling to it all, but Yep, that's the maintenance lab. You can see the maze-like areas where the player has to go and repair the relay later on in the game. Very fun to do. Storage is storage. Flight deck, one of my favorites. I'm going to say that for all of them, one of my favorites, but just quick zoom out. Yeah, we got the hangar here, the sort of graveyard hangar, flight bay number 1.
Here's a question. I'm not sure how much this will be from your opinion.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if there's a three-wall gulch that was clearly supposed to be a half-pipe with demonstrate its intent. Will it still be three walls or a half-pipe?
3-wall gulch that was clearly supposed to be a half pipe. Oh, I wonder if they're referring to the nice jump human part. There is a kind of half pipe-ish area in storage, if I'm thinking right. That's still there, if that's what you're referring to. I just have to find it so I can show it off. But nope, it's the other one. Basically working with polycount. Polycount and things like that isn't my department right now. I'm just doing the block out. That's more of a Chris question. That's more of an art thing than everything I have. Yeah, the nice jump ramp, I call it. This is the ramp that the player has to skate down. So this is still here, all the way down, and you leap across there. I've got written, static monitor will reveal Showdown. Showdown compliments the player on their jump and then proceeds to try and kill them. So, yeah, this is effectively what I've been doing. I just finished the executive level, which I'll very, very quickly show off. So, this is the final area. Near where you meet Edward Diego for the first time, and yeah, everything's here, everything's labelled. First Cyborg Diego fight. Zooming out again, this level is probably the biggest area-wise. It's absolutely huge, but you can see there's entrances to groves here and there. So yeah, that's what I've been doing, and the next level, as voted for by the people, was systems engineering. I really wanted to do security, but you guys voted for systems engineering, so that's what we're going to do. I've cheated a little bit. I made a bit of a start on this already, just to have a bit of a base to work from. So you should be able to see that I have the game open, and as I go through, you'll be able to see where I am in the game in relation to the area that I'm blocking out. So we might as well make a start. So you'll see me swap fairly frequently between these things, and I'll also jump in by pressing play and just testing things out. So yeah, are there any questions? Yeah. Yes, everything is done completely from scratch. I am eyeballing this. I'm using the base game as a reference. Nothing is being used. It's just me doing this. I will most likely end up doing the entire station like this. And this way we'll be able to run through the game, see what works and what doesn't, see what areas we can expand, what areas we can make prettier, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's answered that. So So, yep, I'm going to make a start now. Yeah.
That is Jack TJ underscore Steam share us earlier, so I want to say something, but can't really hear your voice.
Oh,
So can you share to Jack TJ underscore Steam?
Sorry, say that again. TJ Jack underscore Steam.
Jack TJ.
Jack TJ underscore Steam. You cheered us, so thank you. Okay. Let's get going with this. So, yeah, I blocked out this area just to give us a start. I will be annotating possibly as I go, and by annotating I mean leaving these notes around. So, there was a crate containing 3 medipatches and an audio log. Whenever I annotate something in the map, I will either pick it up in the game or I'll blow it up. So I'm not missing anything, or I know I haven't overlooked that when I've noted it down, so I'm not wasting any time. So this area, we might as well flesh out some of these walls a little bit. That wall is an awkward height. It's not quite 200, but I don't think it really matters. Are you tweaking anything yet in the layout, or pretty much starting with the exact recreation? Exact recreation, this is, like I mentioned earlier, this is 99.9% the first game. Areas will be expanded upon later, but this is just laying the groundwork so we know what space we have to deal with as we go forward. Let's see. Could go along, actually, go around. Yeah, let's do that. So there's an area up there, and then this goes on for. I'm going to be using I'll be using terminology. So how can I explain this? This elevated door that you see here is a 200 by 200 size. When I go to block something out, I will say, oh, this is 200, or this is 400, or this will be 400 by 600 in space. That's just the way that I'll be talking. But to give you an idea, that's a base from what I'm doing. So if something's 2 of those, it'll be 400 by 200, because it'll be 200 in height as well. So I'll also be using that for the floor. Don't worry about it, it's fine. So yeah, as an example here, that is 600 by 200. So we'll take that, quickly copy it up here, make it 200 Z height and 600 X, and that fits there. And that is 400 by 400, 200 thickness, so we can pretty much copy that one actually, and just drag it over. That I destroyed early because it was moving around. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 800. So we'll copy that. 800, 200. Move that there. That's obviously a platform, so we don't need to cover it. We can get up there a bit later to alter the size of that, but for now that's okay. Yeah, sorry about the sound. This wasn't ideal, but we'll get it sorted for next time. So that's 400 by 400. Again, just alter the X and Y. Oh, I also, to make things easier, I stick to a grid size. The grid size is 50. That means whenever I move something either left, right, up, down, it will move it 50 Unreal units in that direction. We use that to keep things very nicely aligned. If we didn't go on the grid, it would be madness, chaos. So that's something else. So we've got an interesting piece here. That's 400. Sorry, that's 400 in height, 200 in everything else, but it's got that weird shape to it. But that's okay, because we can make a duplicate of that. Make it 200.
How does this work? Is this just layout and textures and depth and the stuff that we add later on?
Yeah, this is just a basic layout, just the absolute, like, it's like Lego, it's like building blocks. It's not going to be textured, it's not going to be artified in any way. This is just the absolute basics, so we can get in the game and we can run around and we can test things. So you just press play and you can just go. You don't have to, and they're quickly modifiable as well, because art you can't just change the size of very easily. These blocks you can, so that's also another reason why we're doing it this way. Get the gameplay in there first, and then comes the heavy art lifting later. So we grab the corner, we use geometry editing. We just grab that corner and we just do that, and it's now exactly the same as that piece. Some of these tiles are extremely funnily shaped, but I've seen some very wacky shapes in this game already. Nothing surprises me anymore. So, should really do the floor, shouldn't we? I did.
I'm curious how large something is. Does the game come with a
The game, so I explained it a moment ago. Everything is a certain square size. It also matches up very well with the units Unreal in Unreal. So when something that door, that orange door you see there, is 200 by 200, 200 height, 200 width. We use that the same way if I wanted to make something that shape, I'd make it 200 by 200 and it fits perfectly. So that's what we use. There's no debug. I'm essentially eyeballing this, and any areas that don't make sense I'm kind of correcting. If something's kind of out of shape a little bit or just is unnecessarily complicated in detail, I will simplify it, but not that much. It's not a drastic change from the level overall. So yeah, so now that we've got that wall over there, we can actually extend this floor out. So if I just move it to the middle, make a rough guess, let's say 2000. Nope. It's been a long road, but we're getting there. What I'm personally excited about is just getting feedback from people when they actually get to sit down and play it, because I've never really worked on a project of this scale before, so actually having people play it and look forward to it, and anybody coming up to me and say, hey, I really enjoyed, that project that you worked on, it's probably going to be the greatest feeling. I was producer on Turok 1 and 2 for the Xbox, so I've had a sample of that, but this is kind of the first project where I've got kind of some creative things going on myself, as opposed to kind of managing a team. So that'll be the most rewarding part of it for me personally. I should say what I'm doing, shouldn't I? So yeah, I hope that answers your question. So yeah, we've got a little bit of an odd floor there, but that's fine. That's just 400, 200 by 200, so that's okay. Oh yeah, of course that means I'll also have to extend that floor down a little bit. That's okay. So this is also a very slow process as well. I try and get things as accurate as I can, but it's a slow process. But Rome wasn't built in a day, so yeah, that's that. So we can duplicate that. Come down. Yeah. Geometry editing. What's the size of that? Down there. One really cool thing, I just press space, hold Alt, spin that around. I have an exact copy of what I just made, so I can just shift it over there. And I don't have to recreate it again. So yeah, I'm going to have to bring a copy of that down, make it much smaller. Let's go under the floor to see what we're doing. So yeah, I need to cover up those two holes there, because we can't have any holes in the geometry, because that's bad, obviously. So we'll just... No, that'll need to be 600. Yep, so that should now cover that. You will see me hit Control A and align all the textures so that it looks nice, because my OCD would just go crazy if I didn't do that. And we'll have to copy that over to the other side. For preparation later when that area is done. But we're going to continue down here for now. So that floor fitted just fine there. We're going to have to essentially copy that over. So we work out from the floor, and there's that space there, the length of that is 200. So that's 200, 400, 600. And we can just work it out by looking at the tiles on the floor where that's actually supposed to go. So 200, 400, 600, that goes there. And it's 2, 4, 6, 8, it's 1,000. 1,000, oops, in that direction. And we'll copy that. Oh no, yep, we'll copy that for one side, because we have a secret area down there that we're going to have to look at. It's 2, 4, 6, 8. Yep, that's the same length. Take that. Grab the corner. Down. Actually, we can copy that over and just make it a little bit smaller. You can cheat a little bit. If I were to alter the properties of this brush now, its triangular shape would change. But in geometry editing, I can just select the face of it, like that, so it turns orange, and move it 200 that way. So we've got now a shape that fits in there. Got more holes in the geometry there, so we're going to have to copy that over. Similar to what I'm doing now, there possibly is. but again, we'd possibly have to go through anyway. The problem with doing it that way is, if we were to do it that way, we'd have all the problems that those old levels contain. For example, like I mentioned earlier, we can't have paper-thin walls. We have to have walls with at least 100 units of thickness to them because of the placement of static meshes and things like that. So if we were to, let's say if there was a tool that did block out entirely, like if I were to just click one button and it converted that level entirely into block out in Unreal, we'd have to go through and then modify every paper thin wall we found. And if the geometry is already there and we have to start moving things around, it would be a nightmare. The best thing to do is just recreate everything step by step, go through it, find the places that are problems and solve them there, because that would save all sorts of problems in the long run. So I hope that answered that question. So yeah, that wall doesn't need to be 200 thick, it can just be 100, so that's okay. This roof, sorry, ceiling, goes all the way across. Is that also 800? That's also 800 as well. So we'll just take that, copy that over, shorten it by 200. And there we go. And then we copy it again, change it to 100 height. We know that's 600 across, so we can just change that to 600. And that will fit nicely in that space. I'll make it 1000 actually. And yeah. Anybody using Linux as a dev system on the team? No, I don't think there is. I dual boot, so I've got Linux Mint 17.3, I think it is, installed on here, and I do use it, but we don't have a build currently of the game in there, or nobody's really using it kind of as a full-time thing. It's mainly Windows we have to use, because it's just, we have to kind of standardize things. So yeah, that's what we're using. Right. So actually, we can make that 200 tall. I don't know offhand, no. It might do, but it might do. I'm not too sure though. Actually, no, we can just make that 200. Oh, right, okay. I don't actually have that downloaded, but I could do. Okay, so continuing down this corridor, we've got 2 of those. Yeah. Totally doing that. Right. So, yep, we just copy that, and then we'll copy it again. We can just copy that over here and just alter its sizing. So that's 100, so that'll fit in there. Then we have a, well, that's that size, 400 by 400. change that. Then copy that again. And then another 200. So we'll take that. With that. Oh no, my power supply's run out. Yeah, oh well. And then copy that. So that corridor is now here. Right. It's probably something we had set up for the old streams a long time ago that's still in effect that I have no idea how to solve. The audio, yeah, I'm not too sure. If I don't know, John, is John Peros around? He's our audio guy. I have a feeling that the sound problems are coming from voice meter. You know, the banana thing we used. Yeah, it's called voice meter banana. We used it to reroute sound. You can see it on my screen, but how to actually route it through, I have no idea. No idea at all. See, when you talk, I can see you talking. Your voice is coming through on the when you talk, the voice meter is picking up your voice. There is something going on. I just have no idea where it is. This tool is very complicated. No. That will bring the entirety of my sound down, and we'd have to spend another hour or so fixing things. I'm trying to think of what else I could do. That might help if I turn the volume up. Can you say things? Maybe that might come through a bit clearer. I'm not too sure. Voice chat added a stream. I don't know if I... Oh. Try... Oh, hang on. I'm not sure. I really don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know my way around this this tool very well. I really don't know.
Oh, well.
I really don't know. The problem is we couldn't really test this before going live.
I'm
Well,
just confused because we've been able to do all the other ones.
hang on. That might...
I think maybe you can hear me now?
I think I just did something. Did that do it?
Oh yeah, it works now. It works.
Yes! Yes! Right, fine. Okay, cool. I don't know what I did, but I'm not touching I'm not touching anything now.
Don't touch it anymore.
Okay. Right.
Woo!
Okay.
I live.
Yes, and you're very loud. Ah. Okay, right. Turn you down a bit. There we go. Okay, cool. Say hi to the nice people, Callie. They can hear you now.
Hello. I can finally talk instead of type everything.
Yay. Right, sorry about that. Okay. We're good. What was I doing? Oh, yeah.
Alright, now we're back at it.
Cool. Yeah, we're back at the stream now. Oh, we could hop into the public Discord thing now, so people can join in if they want.
Oh yeah, let's switch it over.
Okay. Hopefully this doesn't break anything, but okay, swapping over now. Right. Yeah, that's cool now. Okay. I'm glad the also Discord seems to have fixed their problem that they were having earlier. Yeah, Pappy, I'm not touching anything. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing anything. We'll fine tune it later.
Maybe Steve can join us in voice chat now.
Yeah, Steve can. Okay. So that ceiling is that height. I will say that a lot. That is that, and this is this. Okay. It's only 200. The best thing is you can cheat slightly and just use blocks you've already made before. Because that's why blockout is so good. I will stop to light things occasionally because when I need to run through... If I were to run through this area now, it would be completely dark, as you see here, so we've got to light things as we go. It can look very spooky when it's lit like this sometimes. Okay. Move that there, and one final light over here, and we're okay. Save what we've done, go back to unlit, and carry on. So that's that bit of ceiling there. There's also, there's that 200? Yeah, that's 200. So we take that, copy it over to about there. Yeah. And, yeah, that's right. Normally I'd use one piece to cover this entire area, but I know for a fact that this level is very space sensitive, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do things a bit more carefully, just to save as much space as possible. That's that. Yeah. So we'll just copy that over there.
Will you remind everyone what level this is?
Oh, this is Systems Engineering, level 7. I have done, so far on this project, I have done this process to level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, and level 6. And now it's time for 7, as voted for by the Discord people.
Yeah, that was an overwhelming vote.
Yes, thank you for that. We did count the number of 8 balls you guys used, as well as the number 8, but it still wasn't a hope. no hope for 8 yet. So
Maybe
that's
in
fine.
the future.
Yeah. Level 8 is this huge, tall, spiry level. I was really looking forward to doing it, but that will be another time. So 600 for that, and that will fill that gap very nicely. And that's a final 400 piece that I'll just copy from there. And we have a roof. We have a ceiling now.
They're asking, this is the second to bottom floor, right?
Second to bottom floor. This is third from. So this is level 7, then there'd be level 8, which is security, and level 9, which is the bridge, which is the top of the station. So this is the third from the top, if that's what you mean. The reactor level is all the way down below medical. That hasn't been started yet. I kind of just worked up. So what I might do is I will slow down on. I'll do a lot of this level on stream, and as a side thing, I'll work on level R off camera. So I will have to do this level off camera, because if I were to just take 2 hours every week, this this map would never get done. So it will have to be worked on off camera, but I'll keep you guys informed as to what I change. So yeah, continuing on, that is 400. We'll keep the thickness of it. Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, also. Oh, actually, that block stretches across there, I think, so we can just alter the X, make it 400, and we can cheat that. That looks right. Yeah, that's right. I will load a save, actually, because I've run out of power. Oh, wrong save. Level 7. Yep, that looks right.
So far, everything in chat has just been about this thick wall, the thickness of walls.
Thick with a double
Thick
C?
with 2C, yep.
Yeah.
Everything on Steve's stream is about Hank Hill booties. And it's just how our chat is. That's how they go.
Okay, and we've got this final area is. Make that 200, change that to 400. Stick it on the end of there. Actually make it 600, because that will cover then the ceiling for that little bit. So that's 600 instead. And that looks good. I don't know why that area, that ceiling for some reason is 250 units high. I don't know why. It doesn't seem to have any... See, this is, again, I think this is another example of things where will differ ever so slightly, but you won't even notice it. So, as you can see, like, from that point to that point, that's 200. That's in fact that's not even 250. That's 225. I don't know why, but I'm not doing that. I'm not having it.
Mac D11's asking, what are your thoughts on the brushes in UE4? Personally, I'm not a big fan. Even the hammer is better, and the only advantage of UE4 is having the ability to use subtractive geometry.
Yeah, so I still remember using Unreal back when it was subtractive. And what we mean by subtractive is imagine this void, this area is not empty. Imagine it as being full. And subtractive is where you carve out the shape of the room that you want from that void. It's like, how can I? It's like you have a jelly, and you kind of stick your spoon in it and carve out stuff inside the jelly. It's a bit like that. So I still remember when Unreal used to be like that. I think you can still have a mode that is that, but we're doing additive because it just allows easier changing of certain things. It's just the way that we're working on the project. But what are my thoughts on it? I like it. I did work in Hammer. I worked on a personal project in Hammer. I made a Left 4 Dead 2 campaign a long time ago, and I spent over 1,000 hours just in the editor. That didn't include testing or anything. So I'm pretty okay with this. I know once I got to grip with things, everything seemed fine. Is that a cold one you're cracking open?
Yeah, a cold can of LaCroix. TV
Yeah.
static in a can.
Hey, Steve.
Hey.
The LaCroix boy is here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep things simple for that. Just make it 250. Actually, now make it 300, so it matches up to that.
So I was just telling Carly that you've been working for Nightdive for over 5 years now?
It's coming up to 5 years in about 2 months.
And congratulations, by the way. But I was
Thank
telling
you.
her that this is the very, very first time I've ever seen you in motion. Like, we've never met in person.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
I've only ever seen one picture of you. And the picture that you did send me, you had this really long hair, like metal.
Yeah,
Metal.
I did. I did, yeah, that was a long time ago, but then you gave me a promotion, and I thought, yeah, do you know what, it's time to smarten up a bit, so I got rid of it. It's funny, I was having this conversation with somebody I was playing Pokemon Go with today. I said, I used to have long hair, but I got rid of it, and I do remember the barber saying, this is going to be hell to grow back. Are you absolutely sure you want to get rid of it? And I'm like, yes, do it, get rid of it. So yeah, it used to go all the way down my back, but it was a pain. It took so much maintenance, and it got to the point where I was clogging up the sink and things like that. I thought, nah, I'm done with this, so I got rid of it.
People are saying they miss your old hair.
It's yeah, it was all right, but time to kind of move on. So yeah, another place I can cheat here. So that ramp, if that ramp starts and finishes at exactly the same place, which I think it does. Yeah, it does. We can just copy it. And turn it upside down. Turn it round. And there we go. That that lines up perfectly. That's couldn't have asked for anything better, really. There. Now, I finished off the ceiling there. Oh, I should do that top ceiling bit, shouldn't I? Is that just all one height? Yeah. Matt's going to hate me for that ledge. That might play havoc with his auto map thing.
Seeing the little camera for the original game is interesting when you're going back and forth.
Yeah, sorry it's so small. It's probably not the best view, but it's the best I can really do with the screen space, so... Sorry.
Possibly, maybe we can make it bigger and put it under the camera of you? Maybe. We'll have to mess around with it.
Isn't the cheer jar there or something?
Yeah, but it's like way down low.
Oh, okay.
The chat's there, but you still might be able to see it. We'll mess around with the settings a bit.
Mm-hmm.
We'll make it work.
Yep. We will. So, yeah, that fits nicely there. It's all the same. Yep, 400 by 600. And then, yeah, there's an area over there that I can't get to yet, but we'll copy this. Blimey, we've been going for an hour already. Doesn't time just fly?
Oh, wow, yeah.
So we'll copy that.
Someone's asking if we have an office, and no, we don't. We all work from home. We're 100% remote.
Mm-hmm.
It would be cool to have an office. Then we wouldn't have so many different kind of stream settings. We could all be so uniform and awesome. But we're doing our best. Doing our very best.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, after about an hour, what you see there in the game is what you see in the level. Just about that. So you can see why this is, you know, such a long process. It's slow, but it's kind of therapeutic in a weird way. The only thing I have to decide now is which way I want to go. Oh, I should probably annotate things actually, so... Yeah, there's a camera up there. I also colour the text for different things yellow as well, because I'm like that.
Enter text that says something very nice to whoever's going to see it next. Be wholesome.
His annotations usually are. I think when we went into the last
Oh, yeah?
the last time, yeah, it was like, and here's where I encountered a problem. I hope it's not too big of a deal. Regards, Daniel. And it's like,
oh,
really nice.
The flight deck, yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing you could have shown anything on stream, but it was just that one personal note that you found. Oh, did you plan that? I don't know.
Oh no,
Oh,
it was
no
totally.
plan.
Yeah. I don't plan anything. It's just.
Oops, I'm working off.
Steve's the wild card.
Yeah, pretty much. I nearly worked off the grid then, and everyone would have been sad. So that single shelf there is... Matt's gonna hate that, but that's not my problem at the moment. Move that there. That's about in the middle of there, which is 100 high. Yeah. Save that.
I appreciate Pappy Biscuits for their emote use.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have some custom emotes in here pretty soon.
Yeah, we're almost at we're waiting on the partnership stuff, which we're pretty close to, and then we can start entering in some custom ones.
Hmm.
It would be cool to have like a little truck raptor emote. That's what Matt D11's saying, but I agree.
Oh, when did that go? Why did that move all the way over there? Oh, that's not helpful.
I am happy to see a lot of people coming back and watching these streams and chatting with us, because most of the names I'm seeing are familiar names, so it's heartwarming.
Yep, I agree. Thank you for sticking with us. It's been a long road, but things are looking cool. Okay, so I've annotated you guys, so you can die. You can die. I'll take your stuff and destroy your body.
Oh, it's not very wholesome.
Nothing hidden up there, is there? I don't know. I don't think so. I should annotate you before I forget you. Stick you there.
So while you're doing this, I'm touching up the virus mutant.
Ah, nice. Cool. Now, I have a dilemma. Which way do I want to go? I want to go. Let's go this way.
Yeah, when you say touching up the virus mutant, the first response is gross.
I didn't think of it that way.
Me neither.
Oh, I forgot to put the music on. There we go.
Yeah, let's get some tunes.
Yeah.
Hopefully the Twitch stream will be able to hear that. Do identify the
I'll let
game
you
if you
know.
can. Yeah, do identify the game if you can.
I don't hear any music.
Yeah, me neither.
Daniel's lying to us.
Oh, the volume might not be loud enough then. There we go.
I'm still not hearing anything.
Hmm. I think he's playing mind games on us. Someone's asking if you're using Enhanced Edition or Source Port for reference.
Enhanced edition.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get some information about the source port, hopefully soon. I know that there's been quite a bit of progress done by the community on the Mac source code that we've just released. But it would be nice to share our work on that as well. So Daniel will have to kind of look into that later this week and see how our buddy Alex is doing.
Yeah, definitely. Hmm. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14.
Someone's asking about if we're gonna have any programming streaming, and I don't know. I don't know how well that would work out, and if Matt would even be interested.
And
And someone's asking if we're familiar with Iculus, and yes, we are.
Oh yeah, the guy who's in our Discord. Yeah, we know him.
Yeah.
We know him.
Oh, we know him.
Does he stream? Is that why they're asking? Or is that a separate question?
I don't know. Is that separate? Imagine just for Matt streaming his coding, just we're not streaming anything but his face, just his facial reactions the whole time. Whole screen is him.
Did I get that right? Oh, right, okay. Got to come down by 200.
Oh, I can kind of hear your music in the background. I think.
Somebody
Yeah,
guessed
people
it.
hear Spyro. Yep.
Somebody got it.
I can't hear any music.
It's very low.
I'm not sure why.
Then again, my audio is not coming from the stream. It's just from Discord, so maybe that's why.
I turn up to test it every once in a while to make sure our volume is okay. And the only thing I don't hear is the music, but I hear a faint sound of like machinery.
So that's 400. Take that, turn it to 200 again. Move that out there. Might as well make that 400 so we don't have to mess around with anything else. I think that's 400 thickness anyway, going back that way, so that should be okay. Oops. Yep, the thickness.
Gotta come on and get down with the thickness.
Lovely lady's got the thickness. Can I get a witness?
My thickness brings all the boys to the yard. I don't know, I'm not good at those.
Watery Tread's asking, how long have you all been in the industry, if you don't mind me asking? Daniel, would you like to start?
Nightdive's pretty much my first job. So, yeah. In the games
So 5
industry
years.
anyway. So, yeah. Just coming up to 5.
Me? I'm trying to think. Let's see, it's... How old am I? So 5.5, 6 years, too, for me. Because I started when I was at my last studio when I was 21, and I'm 27 now, so. How about you, Steve? Tell us. Tell us all about you.
I've been in the industry since 2007. So 11 years.
11 years.
My let's see. My very first internship was at a company called Digital Chocolate.
Sounds yummy.
Sounds sexy.
It was a mobile game company actually in San Francisco, and I got the internship for a class that I was taking. I think it was just like internship 1, and they were working on this thing called Mies, I think, and it was like a digital avatar thing along with some other games, and I was basically in charge of like 3D modeling little props and things that you could populate your little avatar scene with. It was very ahead of its time. No, it was just it was a really great experience. I got to meet and work with some cool people, and I'd say that the highlight of that internship was meeting the owner at the company party, who was Trip Hawkins, the founder of Electronic Arts. And so
Wow.
Oh, that's neato.
yeah, he was very nice, really cool guy. And you know, that being my very first experience actually in the industry, it was really cool. And it was a paid internship, which was even better. But after that, I went to I had a job at oneup.com, and it was just as YouTube and like video files were becoming more and more common on the internet, because internet speeds were getting fast enough for like real-time video, and they basically had me scour their archives for classic game advertisements, like from the 90s, like Game Boy and Super Nintendo and N64, and I had to digitize them and put them on their website, and that's like where you could see some of those old school video game ads back in the day. The best part of that job was that they had these big buckets full of like promo items that publishers and developers would send them, you know, along with the games for reviews and that type of thing. And we basically had free reign on that stuff. So anytime anything came in, we'd just snatch it and grab it home, or bring it home, and you know, it was
starting
like
your crazy collection.
yeah, it was like swag, you know. Yeah, there's a bunch of stories. I ended up, there was like a Ninja Turtles game that came out, and we all got these big things of ooze.
Ooh.
And I had always wanted that as a kid, though my parents like would never let me have stuff that could like conceivably cause a lot of like property damage, you know, because it get it on the wall, it would like stain things. And so I got some, and I was so excited. I came home to my apartment where I was living in with my girlfriend at the time, and I left the canister open, and the cat knocked it over, and it got all over our duvet,
my goodness.
like a white duvet.
Oops.
I was like, oh
I
yeah,
learned
that's
with
why.
pets don't have anything white.
Yeah. And so, yep, I was like, oh, so I guess my parents were right about that. Yeah, this is turning into a long question. I hope you guys don't mind the story time.
Someone has
my
a
ne-
quick question, if
Yeah.
we can break it up a little bit. They're asking
Sure.
about tips for a computer science student to break into the industry.
That's a good question. You know what really helped us, or helped me, and she's now my wife, but my girlfriend at the time, we both were going to school at the San Francisco Art Institute for game art and design. And the thing that really got us our big break was going to the Game Developers Conference in San Francisco, and just going with our portfolios and sneaking into parties, doing anything we could really just to meet anybody that was in the industry so that we could show them our portfolio. And for her, she had brought her character art portfolio, and she just happened to meet somebody at the Career Pavilion who worked for Sony Online Entertainment. And we didn't know this at the time, and it wasn't public knowledge, but they were working on a game that had characters that were almost exactly in the style that she liked to work in and that her portfolio was composed of. So they just invited her to an after party right then and there, and the art director was there, and all the higher ups, and they saw her portfolio, and they basically gave her an interview right there at the party, and then offered her a job.
Wow.
So that's how she got her first gig. So yeah, I mean, you really just kind of have to put yourself out there. If you're in an opportunity where you can meet people in person, it's a lot better than trying to communicate online. I'm trying to think. I mean, I met so many industry luminaries at these events throughout the years. I mean, even my first year at GDC, I was still a student at the Art Institute, and I couldn't afford a ticket, so I volunteered. And they'll basically let anybody in to volunteer and help, and all you have to do is cover a couple of panels and help people out that need directions, that type of thing. It's very easy work. And you get to go for free. And so if you need your foot in the door, that's a great place and a free way to do it.
I'm trying to understand Mac D11's question. Maybe you can understand Steve by reading it.
Okay, let's see. If I wanted to work for another company. Well, it depends on what your discipline is. And it depends on what the company is doing or what they're working on. So for instance, when I was working at Sony, I wanted a job at Cryptic at the time. So I refocused my portfolio into doing superhero characters for Champions Online. So that was a good way to kind of transition over to a different company art-wise. But really, I mean, you want to tailor your portfolio or your work towards the kind of job that you want. So that may seem kind of obvious, but I mean, there's been a lot of times where we've even received portfolios from individuals, and it's all mobile game stuff, and it's well, this is great work, but it would help if you know were showing us something that was more relevant to what we do. So.
Oh, sorry, I see. Hey, Master Jim, 1987. He's a friend of mine. And I'm Wolfram back as well. Hi, guys. Okay, that's that top little shelf area all done. I think in one of those rooms, I think that's leading to an antenna, so we'll just quickly make a note of this camera and move over there.
Actually, Daniel, if you don't mind me sharing the story about how you and I met, that was a really cool way to kind of get into the industry.
Yeah, sure. Actually, yeah, that's pretty much a prime example. Go ahead.
So after I had put out System Shock 2 on Steam and kind of learned the ropes of how all that worked, of publishing on Steam's platform and and all that, the community started to build up quite a bit on the I guess the store page, like the community page for that.
Hmm.
And Daniel had created a mod guide for System Shock 2 that was very professionally written. It had images. The presentation was just really great. And I saw that, and I reached out to him and was like, hey, can we, I was like, first, can we put this on our website? And two, like, how would you like, what was it, like a really short contract, and you just take some before and after screenshots of the game with the mod and without the mod. I think that's how it started.
Yeah.
And Daniel did a great job, and I was like, oh, cool, well, you did that really well, and you picked that up really fast. Like, how would you like to do this? And then it just basically just kept going and going and going until Daniel became essentially the... I mean, I don't even know what you're jack of all trades. You do pretty much everything. For the
Yeah.
studio.
Yeah, it turned into that. I'm in control. Well, I say in control, but I kind of manage. Yeah, it's about 100 Steam games now. I know the Steamworks stuff pretty darn well. Yeah, just there's so much stuff has been done. I cannot honestly think of everything I've written. Installers. I ported the humongous games to Steam. What else? There was there's just so much.
It was basically a trial by fire. I mean, anything that that needed to be done, Daniel just went in and figured out how to do it without having without having anybody there to kind of manage or to teach you, which was it's a really strong quality to have.
Someone's asking how many people are working at Nightdive right now. I haven't counted.
It's a good question. Let me look up our roster here.
2, 4, 6.
Probably like 15 people, 15, 16 people at any given time. We also have a number of contractors that do very specific things for us that come on when we need them. Like we have a guy that specializes in doing like high-res 2D recreations of user interface graphics for some of the remasters that we do. We've got a couple of guys that just do video work for us. So like when we need a trailer for a game, they come on for a short amount of time. It fluctuates.
Someone, MacD11's asking who did the art for the System Shock 2 trading cards.
Some of them were original concept art from the game, and then the Rumbler and the Nurse were done by Jonah Loeb, who worked with us on the Unity demo for System Shock. He did the original humanoid mutant model, and he also did a lot of the characters for Skyrim.
Yeah, didn't he model the dragons for Skyrim?
I believe he did.
Nice
I had no
guy,
idea.
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, Jonah and I have been talking lately, and he is as you can imagine, he was a really big System Shock fan, and so we're trying to find ways to get him back on the project so that he can do some more character work. So
Sorry,
that would be cool. We could have him on a stream most likely.
Sorry, the editor just went nuts to restart it.
No.
It's okay.
Someone's asking how many projects does Nightdive work on at one time? That's kind of a big question. Like, it's not as simple as just like there's multiple projects being worked on. Steve, if you want to explain.
Yeah, there's I mean, at any given time, there's definitely multiple things happening in all stages. So, for instance, I do a lot of the high-level stuff, so we try to plan it out so that when one team is done with something, they've got something to work on right away. And we try to have at least, like, I would say 2 to 3 projects lined up ahead of time. So for instance, like, I'll be negotiating the rights to something or making an introduction to somebody who might control some IP, like now. I'll have another project that's actually going through the contract phase. We'll have another project that's that we're starting to collect resources on, like source code, that type of thing. We'll have another project that's like actively being developed and getting ready for launch. So, and then of course we've got System Shock being developed by an entirely separate team. So I'd say any time we're doing anything, there's probably between 3 and 5 projects being worked on simultaneously.
So another question is, are you going to be using the icebreaker maps for any frames of reference? I think that's for Daniel.
Oh,
I don't know if you heard.
using the icebreaker, no. I am not using any written materials. I'm literally eyeballing this.
Also, someone saw your your wallpaper when the engine closed.
Oh, yes.
You're asking if it's available somewhere.
I'm afraid not, no.
Which background was that?
I missed what it was too.
Oh, hang on. You'll see in a few.
Oh, that. That's an awesome concept.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, we don't have that available publicly yet. Did we put that out in the Kickstarter update? I feel like we did.
I don't remember seeing that.
Yeah, because I have it on my desktop here. Oh, man, the guy who did that, concept art, he works on Game of Thrones.
Oh, yes.
Oh, he did that one. Okay, yeah, we definitely did not put that up on Kickstarter.
No.
Yeah, he is an exceptional artist. His name is Robert Simon. If you want to check out his work, but he should also be rejoining us in the future.
He's busy though with Game of Thrones still right now.
Yeah, but
I don't know
think
how
they're
his
in
schedule works for that.
They're in their final season, I think. So I'm hoping. I think that the plan was that he was gonna come and do some more stuff for us. The cool thing about that is, you know, when we kind of went on hiatus and we shifted gears and we refocused, Robert was actually very pleased to hear that, because when we initially brought him on, he thought that he would be working on kind of what we're doing now, which was the case for a couple of the teammates that are still working on it. So he's excited about what we're doing, and
it'll be fun for when he comes back. I'm excited. I love seeing this stuff. This is more specifically for you, Steve. Someone says, does Nightdive plan on doing some original titles in the future for games, like original IP?
Yes. Yep. That's something that's been long discussed and kind of planned. There's a lot of games that we obviously really love that we can't get the rights to, and so it comes up in conversation a lot, like, well, what are we going to do? And the first thing that anyone will mention is, oh, well, we could just do a spiritual successor. Yeah, I could kind of leave it at that. I mean, you know what kind of games we like and what kind of things we've been after, and you can put the pieces together. There's this one game design that I've been kind of working on here and there, and it kind of combines my love of H.P. Lovecraft and an immersive sim that might fit in with that setting. So that'll be a little hint. Hint. I think one of the coolest things that we'll probably get to do, after Shock, is kind of decide what we want to do next. And that's going to be something that I'm gonna, it's going to be kind of a company decision that will take into an account, everybody's kind of opinion. Everybody that is currently working for Nightdive should have a say in what we do next, and should enjoy what they're working on. So even Dan will have a vote.
Woo!
Even Dan?
Man, this room is funnily shaped. But we got this.
Even Dan?
I have drinking so much water since the stream has begun. I'm so thirsty.
Would you say it's a stream's worth?
Oh yeah, a stream's worth a stream.
That looks about right. Is the height? Yeah, the height's right.
Wolfenbach is asking if there's any particular story that the game will be inspired by. I'm thinking that's in reference to Lovecraft stuff.
Ooh, yeah, there is.
They want details now, Steve.
I know. I
That's
shouldn't have said anything. It's a good question because there's so many good stories. It probably maybe a cross between the horror at Red Hook and the Shadow over Innsmouth. That's what I'm thinking, anyways.
Someone's telling me that there's a Twitch bot that reminds you to drink water. Hydration bot would be a good name for it. Oh my gosh. Can we have Shodan remind people to drink water while playing?
Hydrate
it's like the Nintendo Wii. Didn't the Wii like you'd be playing for a long time and be like, you should take a break.
I remember the first time that happened, I was like, what?
How dare you tell me to stop playing?
I should have listened to that. The very first time I played the Wii, I had a friend that was working at EGM, which they don't exist anymore, right? RIP. And they got like early reviewed kits of the Wii. And if you were a gamer at that stage, you were really excited, regardless of, it was just the coolest thing. So, anyways, we go over there and we're playing Wii Sports because it was the only thing they had. And we were doing the home run derby, and we were having so much fun. We were drinking, getting way out of hand with it. And I remember waking up the next morning, like, not being able to move. Like, I had pulled some serious muscles in my back, and it was agonizing. Why are you laughing?
Just so you would.
Your pain is really funny to Dan.
It was terrible. It was the worst pain I had felt in a long time. And yeah, that's my Wii story. Take a break.
I remember this is a story I always think of when I think about playing the Wii for the first time, is when I had Wii Sports. And I either when I was like in middle school or early high school, and I was playing with my stepdad, and we're getting really into tennis, and he went to swing back because he was getting really competitive and smacked me in the head with a Wiimote. And I was like, no, it's a dangerous game. Stay far, far apart.
I always wondered where that Wiimote-shaped scar across your forehead came from.
It's polite not to ask, so I appreciate it. Good times.
Yeah.
Also, a reminder, since we're getting to almost 2 hours into the stream, we're
really?
about 20 minutes away.
Already?
But I wanted to say that one of our giveaways from a couple of streams ago, someone gave back a key because they realized that they had it and everyone else they knew had it. So I have a key for, I think it was the System Shock pack. Let me double check. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's probably a pretty good chance most of the people in these streams have that game.
So I can do another giveaway for that key, and we could potentially do more, but yeah, I have that key ready to go.
Yeah, sure. Like we could give away a couple other keys too.
Cool.
So I hope you
I'll do
guys
that.
can see, sorry, on the stream, I hope you guys can see how the level is slowly beginning to come into place. I hope this is enjoyable. But yeah, this is
I
how
like
it's all
watching
so
it.
far.
Yeah, it's been neat seeing it actually evolve and stuff.
Dan, do you know when you're gonna start placing some of the interactables, that type of thing?
There aren't any in this section of the ship yet, so there's nothing for me to place. But
Excuses.
Wow.
yeah, that's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Oh, I could show off the energy station if you wanted.
Yeah, you could throw that in there.
Let's see, where is it?
Someone's asking, will there be a new intro video for the game?
There's been a lot of discussion about that, actually, about whether or not the intro is going to be playable versus just reshot. I know. Oh, excuse me. I know that Rob Waters is pushing towards us remaking all the assets and then having it actually be playable. And that's kind of how I envisioned it originally as well. So we'll see. We haven't really kind of discussed that in earnest yet, but that's how I would like to do it.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, who wouldn't want to experience getting black bagged by a shady corporation?
Someone's asking, what happens when we get our follower goal of 5K followers? I was thinking we would do, like, a big giveaway.
Yeah, we could do that. We might want to give away some physical stuff, like maybe some t-shirts and some posters and fun stuff like that.
Someone's bringing up cyberspace stuff, and we've mentioned this in past streams. There's no exact answer we can give for what cyberspace will be exactly like at this time. I don't remember the answer you said when you streamed last, Steve.
Oh shit! Sorry.
That sounded bad. What was
Nothing.
that?
I dropped my phone. Yeah, the cyberspace is something that we'll reveal in good time. But yeah, we fielded that question a ton of times, and so we're just gonna kind of plan around a reveal of that, probably with a Kickstarter update. I can't say when, but I know it's something that a lot of people have been asking about, rightfully so. It's a good part of the game, and I mean, it's very open to interpretation as to how it could be remade or re-experienced, or I guess experienced in a new way.
I'm gonna do the first giveaway right now with the System Shock pack, the code that I have right now. So let me get that started. Alright, I just started the raffle thing, and I'll draw someone in like a minute.
Guess what? I'm gonna enter.
What? Oh my god!
Really funny now if you win.
Whatever. I do what I want.
Someone's asking about the people who backed through Backer Kit, if their names will be in the credits too.
I think that they've been waiting long enough to where we'll most likely have them in the credits, yes.
Cool.
Probably under their own little... Because the backers that we have on Kickstarter, they backed at different levels or tiers that we created.
We'll get it all sorted.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Alright, we have a winner.
Is it me?
No. Diego Vargas.
That's fitting, isn't it?
Yeah. I whispered you the code.
Congrats.
You rigged it.
Oh, did we rig it? Is that
No.
what we... Yeah. If we rigged it, I would have won, so...
Someone's asking if you prefer System Shock 1 or System Shock 2 more.
That's a Dan question for sure.
Me, I like System Shock 2 for its, I guess, modernized kind of controls and its atmosphere, but System Shock 1, is also, honestly, yeah, I think I'd probably choose System Shock 2 over 1, but 1 still absolutely fantastic. What's your answer, Steve?
Well, like a lot of people, the first game that I played the series was the second one. And I've got so many good memories associated with that game. So I mean, I'm definitely gonna have to say 2.
I feel like I'm only allowed to say 2 because I've only played 2. I've only watched the first one. I know.
Oh my. Well, that's okay. That's why we're making this anyways. Because it's a royal pain in the ass to play the first one right now.
Yeah, I remember I was gifted System Shock 2 a while ago, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. And then I wouldn't have imagined. And then someone just asked if we're big fans of Blade Runner, but I feel like I can answer for everyone and say yes.
Whoever asked that wasn't watching my last stream.
Yeah.
I think I showed off my, what was it, the gun and the badge.
Yep.
Deckard's. Deckard's effects.
Someone's saying I should stream the first System Shock. I'll probably do that maybe after I have no mouth, because I already announced that I was doing that one.
I think we should make Dan do it.
Yeah, I mean, the most, like, I feel like we've tried to have Dan stream it in the past, but we didn't have a real good setup going on at that time, so now would be an appropriate time.
Yeah, I want to say, didn't we, for the Kickstarter, didn't we have Warren Spector and Paul Neurath and, was it Austin Grossman? Weren't they watching Dan play and talking about it as we were...
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that video is on our, is on YouTube.
It's probably in one of the playlists, yeah.
I just realized the mistake I made. I'm gonna have to move everything just a tiny bit. Again, it's the original. So I guess this is a really, really good example. I didn't notice until it was too late that we can't have this, because this door here is flat, and this wall comes to a point where that's fine, but that makes it, just because it kind of goes in a triangular shape there, we can't have that. So everything has to be moved 100 units this way. And then I have to go and clean up the things I missed. So that's,
another question.
that's an example of what can go wrong.
Someone's asking if Will Austin Grossman will return to voice and audio log. Steve? Maybe?
That's a good idea.
He could be Edward Diego again.
Is that who he was?
Yeah, he was Edward Diego.
Yeah, our head of business development, Larry Cooperman, is very is good friends with Austin. So yeah, we should have them all back. I bet Rob would like to do one.
Oh. Someone's saying, are you planning to make a probable remake of Blade Runner 1997 game? I know the source code is lost, but box graphics and engine can be changed for Unity.
Probably not. That would be a massive undertaking. I mean, not only that, but getting the rights to Blade Runner itself is just... I mean, it's become a little more streamlined now. Because of 2049 and the fact that the rights are with one company. But remaking that game would be a pretty monumental undertaking. That isn't to say that it couldn't be done, but that'd be a lot of work.
Saved. Yes.
Do we want to do another code giveaway? I need to get another code to do a giveaway, but we can do one more.
Yeah, what
Sounds
game
great.
should we give away? Should we ask what game?
Yeah, what from our catalog would you guys be interested in that you don't already own for a giveaway?
You're going to get many answers to that question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with this area.
What game would I want?
What game would I want? Because we're in 5 minutes, we'll hit the 2-hour mark. People are saying Turok.
Sure, we can give away Turok keys. Do you have any handy, or do you want me to get you some?
Let me check real fast, because I know I have the Xbox keys handy, but let me see if I have in the other folders. One moment.
So I posed this question on Twitter. I said, I always find it funny when you have to use the word real to describe your product. Like, what's the alternative? Like, like real cheese or real mayonnaise. Like,
Oh God, yeah.
what would it be?
I was so sick of that fake mayonnaise that was always going around. It's about time we had some real mayonnaise, you know.
That fraudulent mayonnaise.
I know. Bastards, they've been stealing from us for years. It's about time we had some real mayonnaise. Oh yeah, I forgot how labyrinthian this level was. Amazing. Well, we can extend that by a lot, because we know that that's a long corridor. Actually, I think there is a trap door under there where some auto bombs come out, so I might have to change that. But it's easily done. So, the length of this piece of corridor is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Am I with you? 24. You guys still there?
I'm here. I was messaging Steve.
Oh, right, okay. I was gonna say,
Oh, you were? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
awfully quiet.
Oh boy.
But someone's also asking about other Turok ports. As
Port
per
all the
usual,
Turoks.
people got Turok on the brain.
I had a very industrious 13-year-old email me the other day stating that he required the copyright to Turok because he was going to make Turok Evolution and give it away for free.
What? I would like to see what his Turok would look like.
Well, he said that he was going to do it, and that if I doubted him, then that was my mistake. And I said, I don't doubt you. But you don't have permission.
I want him to do it and then come back and show us what he's done, show his work.
Again, this is another area where this door is a wafer-thin door that we can't have. So that corridor will have to be changed. Ever so slightly. And a change like that can have huge ramifications on level design in future areas, because if that gets extended by 100 units, this entire area is 100 units out of line until a corridor is extended somewhere, or something else happens. So it can have huge consequences for everything else that you do. So you've got to be so careful with what you do. I'm actually glad I went this way because I caught that. But there's so many like this. You've got to be so careful.
So Carly says we should give away 2 keys.
2?
Yeah.
Wow.
2 for Turok.
All right. You win.
Woo.
There you go. This is for Turok 1.
Okay, so we're gonna give away 2 Turok 1 keys. I'm gonna reset the raffle and have everyone enter again.
Someone hold Steve back from entering again.
You can't do that.
All right, everyone, enter the raffle. Oh, there you go. All right, I'll give away the first one in 1 minute. Give everyone time to enter. All right, time to drop.
Has it been a minute?
Yep.
No.
I mean, it went from 401 to 402, so. And Koji Hills 1. I whispered the key. We still have 1 more to give away, though. I'll do that one in a moment. So enter if you haven't. Alright, I'm gonna draw the next one. Ready or not. Watery Tart. That's the winner.
I love those kinds of names. Toasted Muffin, you've won. Yay!
I have whispered you the code, so hopefully you got him.
Congrats, you tart.
Gosh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So how are we doing here now that we've surpassed our 2-hour mark? How you feeling?
Pretty good. Pretty
Feel
good.
like you could do this more often for
Yeah.
everyone?
If everyone is enjoying seeing what they're seeing, yeah.
I feel
there's no
like
reason why I can't do
this
more.
is a fun one to watch because it's kind of chill.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we built a huge chunk of the level. I'm not sure how much percentage-wise, but it's up there. Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm thinking, Carly, we could probably open this up to more parts about Nightdive too. I guess it doesn't have to be specifically just System Shock stuff.
Yeah. There's guys on the other team that I'm sure would be interested in sharing.
Well, you know what I was thinking is maybe on Friday we could do the multiplayer test
Oh, do it
Really?
on stream?
on stream. Yeah.
Really?
Oh man.
Ooh, wow.
Not for System Shock, of course. but
No.
No.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
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 We're not streaming from my screen because I'm really bad at it. So let's show someone else's screen as the main one.
Probably Daniel
Yeah.
or Edward or
Yeah.
James.
I'll contact them and see how they feel about setting that up.
Wow. Special treat.
That'd be
there.
really fun.
Yeah, that game, all I have to say is it makes me dizzy, so. Alright, are you ready to then wrap up for now?
Yep. I can do. Yeah, I'm just gonna save that. So yeah, you guys
Awesome.
have seen what we've built today. It's huge chunk of the area.
Yeah, let's see it. And then I'm
show
not
it.
sure. Did Chris? I'm not sure if Chris pushed his latest stuff. I know that he was still getting set up on the new repo, so I don't think we have all the newest stuff. But I always end the stream, so I just hop in the build and just running around. It's fun.
Where is the build?
It's on the Google Drive, but
You could put
Oh,
the Be
build-
Back Soon screen up and download it.
or
Oh,
you
yeah.
can you can do that, or you can just hop in the map that's in the editor too. It's always nice to
Oh
see.
right. Oh, is it medical? I don't think I have a new version of that. Content.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
We got a question. Can you do a walkthrough in engine? Would that be the walkthrough of? Oh, you've got it up there. Ooh, there goes the briefcase.
I'm trapped.
Whoa.
I got stuck. I'm gonna have to.
Oh, are you stuck inside?
I was stuck inside. There's no button to
no.
open the door on the other side.
Awesome.
I'm not
Doing
sure if
that
this is the
toggle.
new version. Yeah, briefcase. Blinky light. What more could you want?
Ooh. So blue.
I'm not sure how many. I'm not sure what this people have already seen.
I feel like Chris showed them a little bit of over here.
Mm.
But I mean, it's not the same people watching live now necessarily, so.
Yep. That's not a room. That's a room.
I think this is empty. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm watching the stream, so I'm a little
Yeah.
bit behind. Man, I love the colors in this.
Oh, I should press 11. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Does that open the briefcase, or has Matt not set that up yet?
Not in this build, I don't think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you can open it.
I'm not sure I have. I'm not sure if this is the latest thing or not.
Yeah, to answer some of the, I guess, the questions in the chat. Yeah, we're not, like, all the props aren't being placed yet. It's just pure level geometry at this point.
Last
for the
time you
most
showed
part.
off some of those items, in the gray boxy state.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So all this is there's actually a lot more than this now. This just isn't the latest.
Yeah. I'm not sure why Chris hasn't pushed his changes yet, but yeah, this isn't the
We can always
latest
show
thing.
off more stuff next time too
Yes.
from Chris's changes.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, when you combine that with the layout of, you know, any of the what my blockouts are now is what will be turned into final art later. This is what it will all look like in the end. So that's what we're working towards. Well, I guess that pretty much wraps it up for the stream then, I guess. Unless we want to keep going, I don't know.
Well, I like to clip these at 2 hours so I can upload them about that way, keep it consistent.
Yeah.
We have my stream coming up on Wednesday for gaming. I'll be playing I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. And then on Friday, it sounds like we're going to be doing something a little bit different with potential multiplayer stream. Which we also, for that same day, have planned a potential Kickstarter update. It should be up by then. I'll make sure to post. Anything else from you guys?
Cool. Thanks for coming to watch the stream. It was a lot of fun to do, and you get to see what is going on, what I'm doing on the project. So yeah, I'm happy to finally be able to show it off for you guys. So hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, thanks, Daniel.
Yeah.
I'm excited to have you back doing more of these.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it now. I was a bit butterfly in the stomach, nervous first time, just before we went on, but I'm okay. It's all good. Right, well, if no one else has anything to say, we'll end it here. So I guess, bye guys. See you next time.
Bye.
See ya.